Welcome to Brake Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today I've actually got something very exciting to present to you. So what we have here is a 2017 MY18 Kia Stinger GT in this beautiful ceramic silver color. Now, I absolutely love this car. I think it's one of the best cars on the road at the moment, and Kia has really hit the spot with this car. So what we'll do in this video is actually run through the condition of the car, as well as all the phenomenal features that will actually come in this Kia Stinger GT model. So we'll run on exactly what they are and again, the condition. Now, starting off on that front end, you've got a very, very aggressive wide front body. Now, a lot of people think of this as a business car, but this is actually developed to be a cruiser car. It is the GT or the Grand Turismo, however you want to look at it. This car is designed to be driven and it wants to be driven. So taking a look at that front end, you've got that beautiful front grille, which is a tiger nose front grille. Now that has been incorporated into a lot of Kia's designs in the modern designs in their cars, but this is a very aggressive front end. Now, if you notice in the front here, there is a flat surface. Now that is actually a sensor, and that also has a front camera on there. So that is all part of the 360 camera system that does also come in this particular design. In the front of the car, you've got your front parking sensors all along the front, which is going to help you park and maneuver a vehicle like this, but that camera is going to do everything you could possibly need. You've also got that beautiful front lip at the bottom, just to give that slightly more aero design. Now, if you do notice, everything is kind of inclined up, so the split grille is going to allow for a lot of cooling through to the intercoolers. Being that V6 twin turbo model, you want to make sure your turbos are running cool and your motors running cool as well. On the side here, beautiful chrome finishes. There is a slight marking here, which we have gone through the effort of touching up for you, but it still presents really well. If you notice, these curves also curve into those side vents. Now those vents are actually practical, they're not just there for looks. These vents flow air through to the actual braking system, and being the such large brakes and with such a powerful car, you want to make sure you have that stopping power. So that is designed to keep the brakes nice and cool when you are doing those long, nice drives. And if you decide to even track the car, you've got everything you could possibly need to literally go straight onto the track. Now, if you come over to the headlights, these sets of headlights are a work of art in itself. These have a beautiful design and concept, and there's a lot of time and effort actually gone into the design of these headlights. Just down here, you notice all these little, that is your indicator lamps. All those small little crystals there, they're actually crystal designs. It's not just standard glass or plastic, but they're actual crystals that have been integrated into the headlights to improve the brightness of the actual indication, and also that beautiful amber color that comes out of your indicator. They do also come with your daytime running lamps through the bottom, and your projector globes and high beam globes in there. That beautiful design in those headlights, and it all integrates into that front end look of the car. Being the GT spec, you've also got these two hood vents. Again, not practical, but these will add a little bit of character to the car itself and give it that sportier look. There is, again, another touch-up that has been done on the little black bit on that vent. Now, coming over to that first alloy wheel, you've got a very beautiful multi-spoke design, quite a stunning design in itself. So single stem that branches off into two, gives it a very sporty, sharp kind of look to the car. And you've got those massive brakes at the back there, all mounted to the back. And that is going to, again, allow for that airflow to go through to those Brembo brakes and provide that stopping power when you do actually need it. Now, the rim itself presents in excellent condition, and you've got lots of tread on those tires as well. It looks like we might have fitted almost brand new tires at the time of this video. The vents will also circulate through out here, so that is to allow for that airflow and aerodynamic design to provide optimum efficiency in the car. Coming over to the side of the car, you've got your side mirrors and door handles. Now the door handles are color matched to the car itself. The side mirrors are finished off in that beautiful chromo design, just to give it a bit of reflection and contrast on the car, add a bit of character to the side of the car, break it up a little. And that indicator lamp is also fitted onto the side. That is to clear up this quarter panel, but also elevate the lamp in itself. Now these side mirrors have also been designed to optimize fuel economy and aerodynamic design and airflow of the car itself to give it that smooth drive. Coming across the side, this car is a keyless entry car, so you do get two keys. Now they do come with a physical key that is just to open the door if your car actually does, if you do end up getting stuck. But however, there is a little button there to lock and unlock the car itself. Now opening it up and having a look inside, as you can see, these seats are set pretty low at the moment. You can actually lift it up like so. So you've got fully electric seat controls. That is for the lift. This is actually for the leg rest that is designed in the seat itself. So if you need a little bit of extra room, and this is for the lean on the back and also your lumbar support in the seat itself to give you a more comfortable drive when you are driving around. Now, they also come fitted with genuine Kia Stinger carpet mats. And if you notice, just under the seat, you're probably wondering what that is. That is actually your subwoofer mounted under the seat, just in part of that Harman and Kardon sound system. Door plate on the inside there to keep the paintwork nice and clean, especially when you're getting in and out. But these are phenomenal cars. There's a lot on the inside which we will touch on when we go through there. Now, the car does come fitted with tint. We do highly recommend people tint that car, so it's good to see that the previous owner has tinted these for you. It's going to save you a little bit of money, and we do know all the benefits of tint. Now, if you open up the back door, just so again you can have a look at the seats, these seats are in phenomenal condition. No marks of damage whatsoever. They just present in phenomenal condition, and you've got all the carpet mats fitted in there for you already. 12-volt socket and a USB input for the passengers in the back. Having a look at that second rim now, that rim also presents in excellent condition, no damage whatsoever. You do get your Brembos front mounted over there just to give you that stopping power again. That it is all designed very intentionally, and tread is sufficient on that rim, or actually plenty of tread on that tire. Did you also get the vents here that are going to flow through here? And coming over to the tailgate, probably my favorite part of the car. Considering you're driving a Kia Stinger, this is probably what most people are going to see, so you want to make sure this looks the best. So you've got that dual quad tip exhaust, that diffuser that finishes off at the bottom of the car in the piano black gloss finish, all your vents and everything to allow for airflow and keep the exhaust system nice and cool. All your rear brake lights and reflectors, and your reverse parking sensors are color matched in that ceramic silver color to add a good contrast and blend in beautifully to the car itself. Now, the tail lights, again, it's a very sleek design. They cut across the side panels and into the back of the car. You've got that back lip, which gives you a little bit of a sporty look, and that shark fin aero design on the top for your antenna. So Kia Stinger badging in the back and your GT badging all in that nice chrome finish. Now, the Kia Stinger does also come with an automatic boot. So pressing the button is going to open the boot automatically, and you can see the amount of space you actually get in this car. It's a phenomenal amount of space in this boot, and it's actually very wide. If that's one thing you notice, generally you might get a narrow boot or narrow entrance, yet a big boot space which can limit what you can actually fit in there. But being a wide boot, you get plenty of space in there. If I lift this up, you've got your jack and tools to hoist the car up, and also that spare wheel at the bottom, which looks like it has never been used, which is good to see. Now, this is just a space saver wheel. Don't recommend keeping it on this wheel for an extended period of time, but it is there just in case you have to pull over it. Good to see that it has never been used, so rest assured that previous owner has looked after this car. On the top here, there is also a button to close that boot. There is a button inside the car. Now, these do also come with a safety feature where if you are stuck under the bottom, that is going to bounce back up instead of continuing to close. You do also get a button on the actual remote which can open and close the boot as well, and that reverse camera mounted just underneath the lip. As we come across to the side, fuel filler cap is on the passenger side of the car, which is the safe side, so if you do have to pull over in case of an emergency, you're going to be safe from any oncoming traffic. Coming across to that third rim, man, I absolutely love these rims. You've got that beautiful polished aluminium on the outside and that gunmetal finish on the inside. It's just such a nice contrast, especially with this color. It's a very beautiful design. The rim itself is also in excellent condition, and we've got brand new tires at the time of this video. Coming across the side, now one thing I didn't mention when I was walking around the other side, these side mirrors also have cameras built in underneath them. So that is all part of that 360 camera system. So you've got two cameras on either side mirror, one in the boot and also one in the front there. Geez, for that, few technical difficulties. Now, taking a look at that fourth rim, this rim also presents in excellent condition. Very minor superficial mark here, but generally this is the rim with the most damage, so it's good to see that it's just very minimal if there is any, and lots of tread on those tires. So we've got a phenomenal car here in the ceramic silver color. 4 great rims, one with slight scuffing on there, brand new tires fitted on, and also in this ceramic silver color, you want to make sure you protect your investment. Now, considering how much you'll be spending on this car, you want to make sure it looks like this for as long as you own it. So please speak to us about our ceramic coating, and given the name of the car, ceramic silver, you want to make sure you get some ceramic coating on there to protect the paintwork and invest into that. But we will discuss that more in further detail. But what we'll do now is actually pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, taking a look inside the engine bay of the Stinger GT. Now, as you can see, it is a very well designed compact engine bay. It does have everything fitted in there, and As you can see, you've got those strut braces across the engine bay to provide that support and stability for the car for maneuvering and cornering, and that engine design is all laid out perfectly by design. You've also got these little lifts here, and also a lifting system in the actual hood. So if you actually meet in an impact, let's say you happen to hit someone, this hood will actually pump itself up to cushion the impact, so that if someone does hit it, they're not actually hitting anything hard. It's going to be something soft, and it will actually cushion the impact in the worst case scenario. Now, this engine itself, what we have here is a 6-cylinder 3.3 liter turbo petrol motor, and this car does come fitted with an 8-speed automatic gearbox, so lots and lots of gears to shift through and move through, to provide you with that power when you do need it, but also to give you that cruise feeling when you are traveling just smoothly. Now, this car has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so lots of safety for the passengers in the car. And this motor produces a phenomenal 272 kilowatts with 510 newton meters of torque, so lots and lots of torque and power behind this V6 motor. As I said before, it is a petrol car with a 6-liter capacity. Now, car sales does say recommended 91 petrol, but I will highly recommend you use minimum 95, but I would mostly recommend you use 98 fuel on a car like this. Now, this has a combined fuel consumption of 10.2 liters per 100 kilometers, or an average fuel distance of 588 kilometers off a full tank. Alright, now taking a look inside the Kia Stinger GT. Now, this car is absolutely jam-packed with features and lots of little things that you don't really notice or you pay attention to, but this has everything you could possibly need in a car. Now, when I say that, I mean every single thing. So starting off on that driver's side door, you've got a very, very beautiful design on these door cards, full of leather. Trims are in excellent condition on the actual door card itself. Now, you've got full automatic windows. That is for all 4 windows all the way around. Central locking button just above that, and your window lock control just next to that, above that as well. Above those few controls are your side mirror toggles. Now, there is a button to actually fold them in if you wanted to fold them in, or you can just leave them out as so, or leave it in the auto mode, which is going to fold in when you actually lock the car. And your pad for the toggles is just below that. Up here near the little tweeter is your seat presets. So you do have 2 seat presettings in this car. So if 2 different people drive this car, you can have 2 different settings to adjust it. Now, up here, you've got a speaker system here, a speaker system here, speaker here, and that subwoofer under the seat. This is all a Harman and Kardon sound system, my apologies. And this is one of the top of the line speakers pretty much for motor manufacturers going around at the moment. The sound quality in this car is phenomenal, and the way the actual cabin is designed is to optimize that sound quality and give the best amount of sound output as well. So very stunning design by Kia when it comes to this car. On the right hand side is your vent. Now, the car also comes fitted with the dash mat. That shows me that the previous owner really cared about this car and really valued how he protected it, so it's good to see that he has opted for that at the top here. Down at the bottom on the right, a few little extra buttons. So first, your fuel release cap, your boot release button as well. You can open and close the boot with that. Your blind spot warning button, which you can turn on and off. So that, as you can see, that's on, and that is going to light up in your side mirror there. So when I turn that on, and that is going to indicate to you when there is someone in that blind spot where you can't quite see. You've got your lane keep assist, and your illumination for your cluster just next to that as well, if that is a little bit too bright. Down at the bottom of the A-pillar is your hood release for the car. Now, taking a look in the dash as well itself, you've got 2 manual or analog kind of digital analog clusters, and you've got that digital display in the middle there. Now, that can also display your speed and a few little information, but we'll touch on that just in a minute. So on the right hand side is your left and right indicator, your high beam, and your headlight controls. Now, they are an automatic headlight system, so just leave it in auto and the car's going to decide when it needs to turn them on. And on the left hand side are your wipers and washers. Again, an automatic system. The car is going to sense when it needs to use it. Now, the steering wheel is a very, very comfortable leather stitched steering wheel. Very stunning design. Got that GT badging at the bottom there, the beautiful piano gloss finish on the plate as well, just to break it up a little bit. Now, on the right hand side are your cruise control settings, where you can cruise, set and rest, turn that on and off. You've got your adaptive cruise control button below that, and a little toggle here for the control in your dash. So this button at the top here is for the menu options in your digital display. So if I go to the first option, Sorry, I keep flicking through that. So you've got your G-force monitor there, your lap timer if you want to do any lap kind of driving in this car, and also your gauges. So that is going to show your oil temperature, torque, and boost for your 2 turbos. Your driver info, so fuel consumption. You can have a digital speedometer there if you wanted to display that. If that is a bit easier for you. Your drive mode, so you got sports mode and a few other things. Again, we'll touch on that in a minute. And your fuel economy in the car. And you can actually opt to select with this system here. And next to that is your bearings and also your lane keep assist. Driver attention warning, that is actually going to notify you if the car senses there is a slight dip in driver responsiveness. If the car senses you're a little bit sluggish when it comes to steering and throttle, it'll actually notify you and alert you or try to grab your attention to wake up or pull over and actually take a rest. And you've also got your settings, so that is going to change your heads-up display, which is just above the dash there. You probably can't see it in the camera, but currently that is showing your speedometer, your kilometers in digital display, and your lane keeping or your cruise control option in there. And that you can also adjust how you want it to the height, the brightness. Below that is your driver assistance, so your driver attention system, your lane safety, forward collision mitigation systems, and your rear cross traffic alerts. Again, we'll be happy to explain these to you in more detail when you actually come in, because these are quite complicated features. You've got doors, lights, you can change the kind of interior lighting in the car, ambient lighting, so many different features in this car. It is a very stunning car in itself. So that is all the controls on the right. On the left hand side, you've got mode. That is for your actual head unit. So you got AM, FM radio, digital radio, Bluetooth connection, and auxiliary input, as well as your phone connect, voice control, call reject, volume for the head unit, and also your seek options to actually flick through the different options in the head unit. Now behind the steering wheel, you notice that there are 2 paddles. Now it is mounted to the steering wheel itself. That is for your sports shift system, so you can actually manually control the gears yourself if you did want a bit more control over the actual car. Coming over to the entertainment system, you've got this very stunning design at the top here. It is a touchscreen head unit, very, very responsive system. As you can see, it does have your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay systems if you do have an iPhone or an Android. All your phone connections, radio, which is your AM, FM radio, and also your Bluetooth connections. Navigation for your inbuilt navigation system, which is in the car. So if I open up the map there, you can see all the navigation. And if I go back to that and then back to the media, I'm just going to show you the more options that we have. Settings, and you can also do your climate control through this system as well. So very, very useful, very clear head unit, and quite easy to maneuver through. This is probably the best setting where you've got your radio there, your navigation, and also your map settings. So below that, you've got vents. Now it is, as you can see, designed kind of like a cockpit. That's what this car feels like. The gear shifter feels like it is on a aeroplane, and you've got these vents which look like pretty much you're in an aeroplane. Now on the dash itself, it is a very soft vinyl kind of padding. Now this is also again intentionally designed in case of an impact. You're not actually hitting anything hard, but there is a soft surface there to cushion the impact in case you meet in a collision. Below that, you've got all your hard buttons for your entertainment systems, your maps, navigation setup, track, media, and radio. Again, that is to maneuver through that, but you've got that touchscreen display, your volume and seek options. Below that, all the hard buttons for your climate control, so dual zone climate control, driver and passenger have their own settings, and front and rear demisters, tri-zone climate control, dual zone climate control, these are just 2 USB inputs. And you've got the vents, you can also adjust it just with this little lever here. So pretty handy at the back. Coming back over to the buttons, you've got your front and rear demisters. Now your rear demister is also going to activate the demisters in your side mirrors, which is very, very good to know. All your fan speeds, and below that is a 12-volt socket, an auxiliary input, USB input, and probably one of the nicest features in the car is this charging pad. So if I put my phone there, give it a second, you'll see that it'll pop up saying that the phone is charging. And that light has come on, and as you can see, it is now charging my phone. So if you do have that NFC charging system, you can just leave it, which most phones nowadays do. You can just leave your phone on there and it's actually going to charge for you. And you can also tuck that away quite neatly if you didn't want anyone seeing what's in there, but that is a beautiful design by Kia. Behind that, you've got 2 cup holders and that beautiful gear shifter. Now, if I bring that into drive, it always stays central. You just simply got to maneuver through it. Your park button is up there. Now, if I put this into reverse, you can see that reverse camera that also comes in the car. So you've got a 360 system on the right and then your reversing system on the left. You can also adjust the kind of view that you get with it if you prefer the left side and the back, or if you prefer the right side and the back, depending on the kind of driving you're doing, or the 360 and the back. If I put it down into drive, that is going to pull out the front camera if you want to activate the camera system, and pressing the P is just going to park the car for you. Now you've got a manual handbrake, an electric park brake at the back. So like a normal handbrake, put it up to turn it on and push it down to turn it off. You've got your stability control and auto hold, as well as your driver mode. So that has a few different driver options based on the kind of driving you want to be doing. So you've got smart, eco, a comfort, sport, and a custom mode, which you can adjust yourself if you wanted to, and that all displays at the top there. Behind that, you've got your heating and ventilating seat controls for driver and passenger. So flicking it up is going to activate your heated seats, and then flicking it down is going to activate the cooling seats. So amber or orange is warm and blue is your cooling seats. Behind that, next to that is your parking sensor button and your camera system. So pressing that will activate your 360 camera, and you've got a little bit of storage behind that if you wanted to keep some coins there. If I lift this up, there is a little shelf in there, and also lots and lots of storage underneath if you wanted to store anything in the actual handrest. But this is a very nice handrest as well. The positioning and the sizing on it is perfect. And if I get the camera person actually pan around just to show you the inside of the car, because this is a beautiful, beautiful car. You've got leather used on the seats, GT embroidery on the actual seats itself. Stitching as well on the back is in immaculate condition. You got this stunning suede finish on the roof itself with the sunroof. And if I bring that back, that is going to pull back the shade and bring the sunroof back as well. So very, very nice design in this Kia Stinger GT. You can also kind of keep it how you want to, and that's going to close up that shade automatically. And there is also a sunglass holder in there for you. You can also activate these lights just by pressing them down. They are an LED light or a white light, not your yellow lights. And these also have an electric dimming rear view mirror. So if you're driving, there's a little bit of glare or high beam light coming from the car behind you. That is going to dim it for you, so you're not getting a lot of that glare when you're driving around. So this car has been designed for the driver as well as for the passengers, because there are lots and lots of features in here for the passengers as well. The comfort for the passenger side, your vents at the back, 12-volt sockets and USB chargers for the passengers, and very, very comfortable seats in the back, and very well stitched as well. So the stitching uses very fine threads, but very neatly done. It is a stunning car on the inside. So what we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2017 MY18 Kia Stinger GT in this beautiful ceramic silver color. Now, I hope this video gave you a good representation as to the condition of the car, as well as the copious amounts of features that also comes in this stunning model. And with the design and concept of this car, it is all very intricately designed and engineered to give you the optimal performance and optimal comfort. It is an absolutely beautiful car, and this particular car itself presents immaculately. So don't miss this opportunity to grab a hold of a beautiful car at such great value. Now, if you did have any additional questions, wanted to test drive it, or actually wanted to purchase it before you came in, you can do that. The number to dial is 99070555. Now, just before I go, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now, what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car. It does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide, and that coverage is going to last you up to 200,000 kilometers. So great value, especially if you're going to keep a car like this for quite a decent amount of time. In addition to that, I do highly recommend you talk to us about our ceramic coating or glass coating. That is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful ceramic silver paintwork. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain, and it's going to protect the car from all the harsh environmental factors that actually affects your paint, whether it be contamination, fading, oxidization. These kinds of things can really affect your paint, and you don't want a beautiful car like this to start losing its appeal over the few years of your ownership. So take advantage of this while we have these great offers available. So come in and speak to us about this. Now, these are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will really affect your repayments. Now, lastly, but most importantly, jump on a Google, search up Berwick Mitsubishi, and see what people have to say about us. With 4.8 stars and sitting at over 1,100 reviews, gives you the assurance as the buyer that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.